I'm going to start with what I was going to end with because I've got Tim here. I ended our post-game locker room. I went through 6 or 7 different individuals, but still really talked about the team and the fact that we played so hard and it was a team victory. And then I said, I'm so happy for Tim. Obviously for us, but for Tim, who has grinded it out than you don't even know, even though you think you know how hard it's been. And he's done everything right. And to see him being rewarded with opportunity now to be able to play. And I also said we're going to start keeping a new stat because he has to lead the nation in charges taken. I don't know how many he got tonight, but his charges were better or as equally as good, if not better, than our block shots a year ago. Because when people started driving in late in the game, I think they looked, where is he? Is he going to jump in front of me? Am I going to charge when he comes in? So do you pay no attention to the stat line? Don't look at his stat line. If you know basketball, you say, he is the winner. And he is. This was a wonderful team victory, keyed by everybody. So it's nice to see your fifth-year senior being rewarded by winning, but also being able to play. 2 good teams. That's a good team we played, and we competed hard, as did they. So we feel good about ourselves. It could have easily gone the other way, but it was nice to send our fans over to the queue with the Aztec victory. I'll let you ask Tim a couple of questions because I know he can give a statement or you can ask him some questions.
How about that challenge down low? I mean, that was a very physical, athletic team that seemed to send waves of guys at you.
Most definitely. Experienced guys, athletic guys who can score it, tough defenders, mentality tough. They jumped on us early. I, of course, got in some foul trouble. And, everybody just stepped up as a team just together, and we battled back, down 3 at halftime, and then came back in the second half with a lot of energy. They're a great group of guys, great team, great big men all around. Great group of guys that are going to go far this year.
Told me yesterday that what impressed him about you guys is that while you have a whole bunch of new players, and even some players from last year didn't play that much, you still play with the swagger that you had last year, the culture. Could you just talk about that? How important, how much that carried over, even though you don't have the players from last year, but the culture of winning and sort of.
I think that's exactly what it is, the culture. You know what I mean? The culture of winning. Our guys are very humble. And we talk to them just about winning in general. They're grateful for opportunity to play, type of thing like that. The other team played hard, and it's all very humble speak. But we're competitive and we're confident. You know what I mean? We work hard. We feel like we have a chance just like anybody else does, and we're going to come out and compete every night and try and get a win.
Seems like your game's about precision. Like it's a half step of footwork between the charge and the block. It's a finger flick in there between the foul drawn or maybe a steal that's created. Someone else gets the steal, but you had the finger that flicked it in. How do you have that delicacy of precision in such a physical, chaotic environment?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. I'm definitely not as athletic as I used to be. In terms of just kind of technique and just trying to do the little things, I'm just trying to make sure I'm always attentive when it comes to defense. I love playing defense. I love getting stops. That's really big to me. It gets me going. So just if I can get my hand in there, a tip in there, if I can make, somebody on offense just think twice about making a pass or, lowering their shoulder on me, then I feel like, I'm winning on defense. And I just like to apply that to my game and, not being as athletic, jumping as high, as fast, just trying to do the little things, make sure I'm cooperating with the refs to see what I can and can't do in terms of defense and, just playing my game that way.
Coach, can you give me a comment on the clutch play of Xavier Thames in the overtime? I know I believe you had a game in basket for you guys against USC as well.
Xavier is, again, he's about winning. He's about what can I do to help us win. He front page above the fold in the sports section on Friday, a game-winning field goal. But we talked about, we have a thought of the day every day, and my thought that day was, help me with it, Tim, the key to stardom is the rest of the team. And I said, today it was Xavier, front page above the fold. Tomorrow it'll be somebody else. I didn't think X played particularly well early. he sat for a long stretch. And we were getting ready to put him back in, and he said to Mark Fisher, let him stay. We're going good right now. And it wasn't because he was afraid to go back in. He said, let him stay right now. They're going good. That was X's comment to me when I said, we're going to put you in. And then when he came back in, you have to play every play and forget about the previous one and play in the moment. And big, he can get into cracks and he can finish, and he made some big plays for us. He wasn't the only one, but he made some really good, important plays for us.
Coach, can you talk about Green not playing in the second half and overtime?
I'm sorry?
Can you talk about Garrett Green not playing in the second half and overtime?
What I want to talk about is our winning this game, and that's the most important thing. And just as I said before, it's a team sport, and nobody was more excited for that victory than Garrett.
I like to just throw. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just like to throw out our fans were amazing again. An earlier game, they came out, and I know a lot of them want to go to the Boise State game as well, so they're heading over there. But I just thought their energy and our fans were just amazing today. We just really appreciate that. That's all I want to say.
Coach, can you talk about the first half that 1-2-2 they extended 3/4 score really troubled you guys? And what did you do? They didn't run it that much in the second half. Was it a case of them just not running it for some reason, or did you make some adjustment that made them get out of that?
We were reacting. We were passive. We, it didn't look like we wanted to put the ball to the floor and be a basketball player. Had a 10-second call, and we just kind of allowed them to set the pace on it. And then we went one time where we said, Tim, go up and crack that top guy in that thing, and get through it, get around it, get by it. And then we just finally started making some passes to get through it. I can't recall whether we scored out of it ever. If we did, that's usually reasons why you pull it off. If you go and you're not getting hurt defensively, and that you probably keep it on. So I thought we were too tentative early. That got it?
Coach, can you comment quickly on the Foley situation?
I'm sorry?
Can you comment really quickly on the Foley situation?
Dwayne Poley, his appeal was denied. We heard it yesterday. It was in, I know everybody now knows. We were not optimistic on that. So what we now do is we say, Dwayne, you need to be the best practice player here, and when we start preparing for games, you and JJ will be the guys that we have to guard on the other team. You need to double your effort in the weight room, and now, rather than wondering and worrying and hoping, the reality is he's not going to play. But I don't know that any of us thought that it was anything more than a hope that it might happen. So we're moving on, and I think Dwayne is fine, and he'll be ready to play next year, and he's going to be a good player for us too.
Looking ahead, you guys travel to Arizona for a game on Wednesday. After winning 2 tournament games last year to reach the Sweet 16, how special of a place is it for you guys to go to and play?
I'm going to call Sean Miller and ask him if we can have the same locker room we had when we played over there, their locker room, and see what he says. I don't think we've ever won at Arizona in my tenure here. Hard place to play. Anywhere on the road is hard. Day before Thanksgiving, trust me, it may not be all students, but they'll have that building filled, and we think it will be a very good game. We're going over there obviously to win, and we think that we're good enough to come in and compete and have another game like we had today.